kinda thinking Contra Bill. I guess it all depends on the color palettes. Okay. I like what I'm seeing so far. No, I need to know what Gravity Suit looks like. Come on, man. I can't just give me a preview in the opening cutscene of everything I want. Okay. No, we can definitely work with this color palette. Let's go ahead and watch a cutscene. In fast forward. The good of civilization. Nah, they keep lava looking the same. The acid changes colors. Like when I first go into Turian, the acid that's in the bottom of the room changes colors. I do presently own a lava lamp. I don't know if I've ever had it on and plugged in since I've been in my apartment, but I do have one. I would like to, at some point, lift something from a stream from ages ago. Little context here. I've often mentioned that Garrison, old Super Metroid speedrunner, was one of the people that I used to watch, like, a whole lot. Like him, Cassius, and MSDS would always do multiple any percent runs in a single sitting, or they do like a whole bunch of powerbomb RTA races. And originally it was, I think Garrison and Cassius were the first people I saw trying to play Super Metroid blindfolded, which eventually led to me mentioning that to Ponk at some point, and then Ponk actually doing the what was once thought impossible by playing Super Metroid without looking at it. Anyways, one of the things Garrison did at a certain point in time was he had a webcam that was pointed at a lava lamp. And at some point, if I ever do get a webcam, or if I find some kind of camera option, that's gonna be what it would be. It's just camera pointing at a lava lamp. Just go back to having the game capture be the entire screen, except for that chunk of the screen off to the right. Just put chat and the lava lamp there. Yeah, I like that that's become kind of a popular thing. It's like, here's a webcam pointed directly at my cats. Here's one that is directly next to my dog. Oh yeah, like the first couple of times I saw it on Garrison's stream, I definitely didn't realize that it was just a webcam pointed at a lava lamp. But I think he probably said something about it. And I'm trying to remember if it was before the lava lamp or after the lava lamp that he started just pointing. He started just pointing the webcam to a sticky note that he had on the wall. It was like just a little yellow sticky note on the wall, on a white wall. It just said Super Metroid, I think. Oh hey, Crazy Al started up the race. Let's move my keyboard. Let's get in on a race. Good evening. Where's that one picture? Really sums up speedrunning Super Metroid. I don't know if I actually saved it to my computer. I might have actually just liked it on Twitter. I'm not seeing it. But that just means I need to dive into the murky waters of social media. I need to look up stuff that I have liked. I have really enjoyed the Twitter account @CursingDinosaur. Just cute little cartoon pictures of dinosaurs saying the word fuck. Going through the list of things that I have liked on Twitter is... oh boy. Someone taught a raccoon how to finger paint. See, this... oh, here we go. Let's go ahead and save this image. Close out of that, and let's throw this picture up onto my Discord. There we go, Super Metroid cover. Game Informer says, a beautiful journey. IGN says, incredible. Garrison says, I wish I was dead. And that is sometimes the best way to sum up speedrunning Super Metroid. Yeah, it definitely got to a point where watching Garrison play any % was really, really rough. because it was just... listening to, like, concentrated self-deprecation for long periods of time. It's probably just as unhealthy as saying all of it. But when Garrison did eventually take down Harubi's time, it really felt like something big had just happened. Harubi had the record for just so fucking long. And he was using in-game timer strats. Like, things that wouldn't necessarily save time on, like, a real timer, but it would save time on the in-game timer. Then when Garrison finally got a run that was not only better real time, but then better in-game as well. That was definitely, like, one of the biggest things that I had been witness to in my short time of watching speedruns at that point. Right? Ugh. I don't know if that's when I kind of started losing interest in watching speedruns, at least of Super Metroid. Because I knew that nothing else was going to have that, like, dramatic, almost cathartic feel to it. Where this guy has been, you know, bashing his head against the wall for so long. And then he finally gets it. So I think that was probably one of the things that made me start seeking out other speedruns. And then sometimes there's just cool games out there that I wish I could play in a single sitting. So I turned to the speedrun to hopefully try to learn stuff by osmosis. Learning by osmosis for a speedrun is... it takes years of watching nothing but that game. And then even more time on top of that actually playing it. It's like I've got that playlist on YouTube where it's all my old Super Metroid PBs. And like, there's definitely a marked improvement over the very first one, but still. You know, that was when I was still, like, actively watching speedruns. I'm the biggest case of just because you know how to do something doesn't mean you can actually do it. Yeah, we've gotten some good suits this time out. I'm glad. And as we turn our attention back towards IRC, I see that we have a Zost and a Sephi in the race, so this is going to be a good one. If you're going for the multi-Twitch or Khadgar experience, would definitely recommend also having Zosty and Fuckbutt up on some additional streams. Those guys are real good at the game. And I'm pretty sure first place is gonna boil down to one of those two. It'd be nice if Sephi could take it, but I think Zost will take it just because it's Zost. That, actually, come to think of it, I think that's the other reason why I kind of lost interest in watching Super Metroid speedruns. Because when I started watching, the God Gamers hadn't shown up yet. Guys like Cop Power, guys like Zost. Don't really think we're on the scene yet when I started watching. But then the thing that I will always find fascinating about Super Metroid is just the amount of tech that is still being discovered in Super Metroid. The fact that we only discovered Moonfall, like, what, a year or two ago? If that? And I have a feeling there's still secrets that are being kept by the game. Well, anyways, as the race continues to fill up, I am gonna run and take a restroom break, grab myself an actually cold drink, and I will be back in just a little bit. Alright. Get my dot ready typed in. And I think it was probably because I was just seeing someone playing this particular game, but I was recently thinking about looking up and learning some glitched runs for the old NES games, Deja Vu and Uninvited. I technically have glitched any percent notes for the third game in that series of adventure games, Shadowgate. Shadowgate is a really cool game, and the glitched any percent run that I've done is just super silly. You keep putting on pairs of glasses until it overflows into your inventory. Until eventually you see, like, some spooky shit pop up. Because it's reading stuff from... The game is reading stuff that isn't meant to be read, I guess. But I know even the route that I knew for Shadowgate is very out of date. And some faster versions have come out. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go! I don't know if it would be something that I would do more than just once or twice with Uninvited and Deja Vu. But it would definitely be interesting to try a new glitched any percent. I need to just go and take notes off of Metroid McFly's speedrun of Shadowgate. I think he's still in first on speedrun.com. Either way, I can think of a much worse fate than making myself watch a video from Metroid McFly. Now see, classic DOS games, that covers a big variety of games. I do have that big zip folder of everything. I keep getting steamed. I'm not recording this. I do have that big zip folder that's a whole bunch of, if not all of, the AOL Kids Only games. There's definitely some games in there that could be done quickly. If I could somehow get them to run on my computer. I have 64-bit Windows. And none of that shit works in 64-bit Windows. Oh man, the original Duke Nukem. That's some good shit right there. That's why you have to mute the game and just put on Rainwave like I do. I don't even have any requests in. I'm just letting Rainwave do its own thing right now. Can't complain too much. I mean, if we're talking about classic DOS games, I think a classic DOS game started speedrunning with stuff like either Doom or Wolfenstein, so those ran in DOS. I mean, there are people that speedrun the point-and-click adventure games. And I'm still confused as to how they're skipping some of those cutscenes. But yeah, good old Apogee sound effects. And that's what I grew up on. I think you should probably check out some of the work of Captain Clever here on Twitch. I always see him playing stuff like Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure and Commander Keen. Yeah, I've definitely thought about getting Cosmo on Steam. But then I remembered, I think I actually have, like, the DOS executable. So, just need to open up DOSBox. See if I actually still have it. Oh man, if we start going too far back, the classic DOS games, you get one of my old favorites from the computer lab in grade school, fucking Monuments of Mars. Oh my god, Monuments of Mars was so cool. If only then I had known that that kind of game was going to become, like, incredibly popular. Would have seen Super Meat Boy coming years down the line. Now, this music is definitely reminding me. One of the speedruns that I have been watching with some regularity lately has been Star Tropics 1. So I remember playing that game for a little while. I'm not sure if I was, like, actually trying to get into it, or if I just decided, oh, you know what, let's just play this game and, you know, see how long it takes me to get bored. You know, I played it for a couple hours. Did like 2 or 3 of the dungeons or whatever. Again, I think if I had a bit more familiarity with it, wouldn't be as intimidated. Stuck that landing. And yes, DOSBox is amazing. I need to go through that DOSBox folder that I've got, because I've got so many fucking games in there. I've got Might and Magic World of Zine in there, and I really want to play that at some point, but it does not play it in a good frame rate. Like, I'll have to put some acceleration behind it, just to get it to seem like it's running normally. But even then, Might and Magic World of Zine is a fucking huge game, because it's technically 2 Might and Magic games put together. Clouds of Zine and Dark Side of Zine. But when you have them installed at the same time, they become World of Zine. You can travel back and forth between the 2 sides. Can't call it a planet that they're on, because it's not. It's like the goal of combining the games is you get like the big treasure from one game and the big treasure from the other game, and you combine them, and it turns Zine into an actual spherical planet, instead of it being this weird-ass floating tile out in space. See, I learned one thing pretty quickly with Might and Magic. The lore for, like, the first, what, like 6 or 7 Might and Magic games, you know, it's all connected, but it's this strange combination of high fantasy with even higher science fiction thrown in. It's kind of like comic book level of cheesy. The actual lore behind the first handful of Might and Magic games. And World of Zine is just, it's really pretty. For a 2D, first-person, tile-based RPG. It does look really nice, and it has some nice music. I also have Might and Magic 6? Mandate of Heaven, I think was supposed to be the direct sequel to 3? And then 4 and 5 are World of Zine. But Might and Magic 6 is one of the 3D ones. It's not tile-based. I haven't really gotten into that one as deeply. Played it for just long enough to make sure it would run on my computer. Got him. And then I also have Might and Magic 10 Legacy. But that is a fucking huge game, so I don't have it installed right now. And you also need Uplay running at the same time as Steam. So, there's also that. So blue! So blue! Oh man. Almost. I rolled right past it. It's fine. my Air Jordans. What are those? Oh yeah. Yet another NES game that I need to play all the way through. Any of those old NES games that feature different kinds of gameplay in the same game. I think at some point I should go back and revisit. Unfortunately, that means I'd probably have to play like Fester's Quest and the Goonies too. Because they feature, you know, like either Zelda-style map exploration or Mario-style platforming, but then both of them have that first-person dungeon crawling mechanic. So yeah, now that I look at it that way, I don't know. Probably just thinking of Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Which is an amazing game. Can't believe it took me so fucking long to figure out that there's a pause menu. Like, not knowing about the pause menu is the reason why I never beat that game as a kid. Supers, please. Let's go! It's the W. Hey guys. A bit low of a voice, but it's fine. Good jump. Another good jump. I probably could have just gone to the left with that one. No. I got two of them. There we go. Good. No. Hey guys, I got a fast spore spawn. Does that mean I'm winning? That thing! I think my ice beam is Mountain Dew flavored. I think that's what shade of yellow-green that is. Ah yes, we've been equipping our military with the most delicious Mountain Dew lasers. Well, we got okay crabs. Compliment the chef, but we won't tip the waiter. There we go. That's up. There we go. At least he put his hands up. Still, that just means broken wrists instead of a broken neck. I love the little arms that go up with the falling animation. All right, no spookums. That's too early. Oh. I didn't even hit him. Okay, Backup plan. Stop sucking. Now, I have to be incredibly careful. Okay. Oh man. Might have just stumbled upon the answer. Alright, and I didn't get health bombed, which is kind of nice. I like the colors on the atomics. Purple and green. Wrong. Yep. Nice. Alright, let's do this. Let's fucking do this. Kind of want more than just 189. I have to do. That's got it. Go, go, go. Oh my god. That feels so good. Contra Bill finally gets to join Sprite Can. The list of sprites that have done the deed. Yeah, with him just laid completely out on his belly like that. His little feet kicked up. Oh. Such a cool strat. Oh no, someone went bowling too hard. Papa Schmo, no. It's a neat gravity suit. And they're dropping like flies now. Yeah, right? Oh, I got caught. I do want extra power bomb. Do want to refill my health. Whee! Hate that fish. Fish platform. Really wanted him to give me a power bomb. I really did. Yeah, we got one from him. Yeah, the diagonal Superman. That's the rough one. A lot of air resistance there. Fuck off, snail. Let me spin jump. Blending in very well with this area. Oh, okay. Feed me your supers. Well, I tried. Stop swooping. Good, good. Stop it. Stop it. Nope. Been through the cool damage boost through the items. Space jump. Oh, come on. Hooray. Go. Let's go. Hola, Zuma! Come on, Bill. We're so close, Bill. Oh, get out of here. A very green seed. I'm fine with this. Hey now. If that's your problem, then you're probably a Star Trek character, so... That is such a good color for that space jump sprite. It's like this giant flaming spiky ball. Screw attack! Bastard. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Hey, Zost finished in first. No, Zost is a time-traveling machine, not unlike the Terminator. But instead of being programmed to kill people, he's programmed to kill Super Metroid speedrun times. Nice, dude. He hit me with his tail up into his claws. Oh, I'll start putting in requests in a little bit. You and Rainwave are doing a pretty good job right now, so I'm not going to complain. Just go back to that YouTube video from earlier. It's just the fucking half hour of the Phoenix Wright objection theme. Any of those half-hour loops of Ace Attorney music are acceptable. Oh God. There's somebody on Twitch that has the Titus has his laugh as one of the channel point rewards. You have to spend like 1,000,000 points, but then the laugh just plays out on stream. I'm assuming. I haven't done it myself. Besides, I don't need to charge my viewers for anything except for optional betting. If I ever decide to do more Super Street Fighter 2 stuff. Or any other fighting game that I have that can play against itself. See, I could do that with Super Fire Pro Wrestling. But I don't know, it's a wrestling game. See, in my opinion, a lot of the good pro wrestling video games out there don't feel like wrestling games. They feel like fighting games with a grappling system thrown in. Like the 4 and 64 wrestling games that were made better than just about every other wrestling game ever since then. I mean, there's a good reason why I don't have, like, multiple copies of WrestleMania 2000. But I do have multiple copies of No Mercy. It's mostly because I just kept coming up with characters. And so I figured, well, if I make up enough characters, I could have each cartridge be its own, like, independent promotion. But then I got Fire Pro Wrestling on Steam, and now it's all over. Oh man. I don't know about speedrunning wrestling games. Speedrunning a wrestling game is how quickly can you get your opponent counted out. And that's really it. It's a darn shame. I'd maybe like to check out a no count out category. Because I know WCW NWO World Tour, or Virtual Pro Wrestling 1, depending on which country you get the game in. At least with the WCW one, there are just like 1 or 2 characters that you can play as where you can guaranteed knock your opponent out within like 5 minutes. I think it's Scott Norton and Kevin Nash, because they both use the power bomb, which is, well, you can knock the computer out pretty quickly. You just have to hit them with like 2 or 3 of them. I think Norton might even have that move just as a regular grapple move, not even as a special. With Nash, I know it's his special. First character I ever played as in that game, I'll never forget, was Ultimo Dragon. Because I thought he looked and sounded really cool. But I was so... Help? Oh my god, actually hit the Metroid. I was so unfamiliar with his moveset. And it was all just like the lucha, high-flying flips and flops and Frankensteiners. So after that, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be Hulk Hogan, because I at least know who he is. I need to be careful now. Okay. This should put me at 20-7 for the Mother Brain fight. I'm doing my basic mathematics correctly. See, I wish I had a recording of this one particular match where I had the computers fight each other in Fire Pro Wrestling, because I couldn't believe it. By the time the match was actually done, they had successfully told the story. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. There was more of a story in that video game wrestling match than I've seen in modern wrestling for quite a time, in this country at least. Fuck. Okay. I hit the corner of the bottle with one of those supers. I thought I had screwed myself. We're here. That should be 15. That should be 20. Feels good to beat a game. It's a much better palette for the baby Metroid. Just remember, every time I get here, especially lately, I remember one of my favorite lines from the original Tron movie, which is, "We made it this far." That movie. I wish they'd stop trying to resurrect that franchise. I was not a fan of Tron Legacy. And I think one of the things I did the day after that, where I watched that movie, the day after, I think I watched the original one again. And I'm like, see, that's how you do it. We kind of know how computers work too well in modern times. I think in order for Tron to be successful even as a concept, like, people building computers shouldn't be as commonplace as it is. The whole idea was it's some strange combination of technology and magic. But just knowing that a Tron-style adventure is happening every single time your computer has a loading bar, or like every time your little mouse hourglass shows up, there's a little guy in your computer going on an incredible adventure. Kinda doesn't work if you know how computers work. So obviously there's not a little guy running around inside your computer going on an amazing, epic adventure every single time you're trying to load up an image. But I just feel like people are too tech smart compared to how it was in the 80s. $58.26. Hashtag last. 8th place. GG. Y'all. Now see, you might have little men running around in your computer. I don't know. I haven't seen your computer. It could be like one of those old ones that takes up an entire room and has like vacuum tubes. Big crate hoses attached to it. Yeah, this is a good song. Yo, in-game 40. Nice. I guess that's why they also have the 5-point rating system. So, like, you could rate the song super highly, and I think that has something to... Well, you'd at least be able to see it more easily. I'll go 4.5 on this song myself. Hooray! There is going to be a loud explosion. There it was. Oh, man. Do I do more Pokemon Black grinding? Do I watch someone else's YouTube video again? Do we even have a new... Oh, we do have a new video from How Ridiculous. Nice. We have new Rockstar's breakdown of 2013's Man of Steel. The Spiffing Brit has a Fable Anniversary's perfectly balanced game with no exploits video. Becoming God with Gold. Interesting. It's just a whole fuck ton of RPG Limit Break and ESA videos. There's also this. Dear Force. Oh boy. Okay. 26%. Let's get out of there. That back down. I don't know. I think for right now, I am gonna take a break, but I think I do want to have something running. One thing I could have running, potentially, is the ending of Dragon 2. What button do I push this time? Let's push Y. It was a favorable beginning. We're at this point. Mash all buttons. Fast forward. Oh no, I crashed the emulator. Okay. Well, that's what happens when I forget to take the SD card out. got an idea. That out of there. I want this game. One day I will actually do something with this game. But for right now, just need it to look at it. Why am I trying to hold that controller? Come on. Come on. Read the disc. PlayStation 2. There's no way anyone knows what game this is yet. Absolutely no way. But now you do. RPG Maker 3. Load samples and data. Ooh. And I just, load up a sample. Here we go. Alright, so we have Continent, Volcano, Northland, Grand Valley, Misty Islands, Lake, Countryside. I think I'm gonna go to Majestic Realm. There's 15 different samples. Let's go with sample number 9. Nope. Let's see what's going on now. Now, how do I leave? System? B mode? No, system. Oops. Ah, field preview. There we go. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, I do have a run button. Nice. This is definitely not the worst engine I've ever seen. Oh, I'm running into a wall, though. Go down here. Alright, I want to get myself, like, on a nice lake. That's not a lake. No? Spawn in, like, right there. Ah, there's the lake. Want a nice peaceful view out onto the lake. Some mountains in the background. Oh yeah. So I think now I'm gonna take a quick little break. And enjoy this delightful view. I might run around in some other areas here in a little bit. Just because, well, really the only fun I can have in RPG Maker without actually making myself a real map to run around in. One day, I do think I want to do something with RPG Maker 3. Because it's a graphical style that I really like compared to RPG Maker 2, which is more sprite-based. If I'm gonna do a sprite-based RPG Maker, why don't I just use VX? Already got it on Steam. Like, you have to find the chicken part 2. Alright, I'm gonna take a break, stretch legs, grab a snack, etc. I'll be back in a bit. Alright. What other maps or map types do I get? And Volcano, Northland, Great Valley, Lake Countryside, Mystic Realm, Shadowland, Desert Wasteland, Pyramids, Painted Plain, Haunted Crater. What's Haunted Crater? I don't know. Oh. Some encounters. Oops. Oh, back in the world. Out of 10. Inferno Castle. See Dragon Town. Ooh. What about Inferno Castle? Huh. Okay. Like a preview? Preview environment? On that preview. They're very loading. We are so loading that it's starting to become lording. Or loathing. We're just loading forever. I think we might just be loading forever. And I don't know if my PlayStation 2 has the processing power to load all of forever at once, so... let's go ahead and thank him for his services. Put the PS2 to the side for right now. Get the Wii turned back on. Boy, there's some fucking spoilers right there. Go again with another attempt at Dragon View credits. the most catastrophic glitch in video games that I've ever seen. Have like the horn. And then like jump around a little bit, swing my sword, play the horn as I go into the room. Press, no, horn button. That's a bad pattern. Same. Same. I'll let it sit on fast forward for a second. And then push a button again. And we still get that same crap. Does this game have a demo? It's terrifying. That all it does? Oh, he comes back, he takes off the skin. And all the monsters chase me. Okay. That's not really a demo. Does Dungeon Master have a demo? There's no way. Oh my god, it has an opening cutscene. Power Gem! Okay, neat story. We have gameplay demo. I think so. think I just let... yeah. Does the traditional NBA Jam. Cycling through some stuff. Leave that there for a second. Right. You go here. I don't. Minnesota? Nice. Yeah, when they had, Isaiah Ryder. It was him and Christian Leitner. I did like that team. I think eventually I got into Seattle and San Antonio in NBA Jam. David Robinson and Sean Kemp are two of my IRL favorite players. Ba-ding, ba-ding. Right, so S9X, ROMs, more ROMs, giant folder of ROMs. How do I spell Hugo? Oh shit! Oh, it's Harley's Humongous Adventure, not Hugo. Well, then I might actually still have it. I don't. Do it. Now, let's eject it. My SD card lights up. Goes out of that. Yeah, it was Hugo's House of Horrors, you're right. Actually just saw somebody streaming that on Twitch over the past, like, day or two. And they were stuck in the wall. Just kind of stuck walking around in the walls, so... Big fun. Also, I just put a Super Nintendo game on here, not an NES game. What the... God damn it. Right, so it's HA for Harley's Humongous Adventure. This game, I really, really want to like this game. But... oh boy. It's a thing. You know, I like the aesthetic of the small character, with all the regular stuff seeming oversized. And hard to tell what you can and can't platform on. It's, you know, digitized claymation. Apparently I beat the level. Oh, I think it was just don't die for 45 seconds. Doesn't turn around in the air. This little bumblebee is so fucking happy to be murdering me. Nope. No. No. No! The devil! Turn around! Oh my god, bees! Ugh. No, the devil. Apparently the bell is a checkpoint. Little guys are pretty annoying. Happy bee. Oh no. And Harley just, he doesn't turn around very quickly. I don't know. It just feels like that game is lacking a lot of polish. But still not the worst Super Nintendo game out there. Am I gonna have to start this race myself? I'm probably gonna have to. Oh my god. I really need to play this game at some point. A lot of Metroid Prime. Going on right now. Okay. I'm pushing start. Look at this fucking wacky races car, man. It's dragons sticking out of the back of it. Dang. If I back out now, I'll lose the deposit. Dang. Mm-hmm. Good idea. Go back to Batland. Give me a call on my cellular phone. Holy crap. We have control. We can jump. We have a spin attack. We do it a whole bunch, it gets strong, but then we get dizzy. I can't throw the hat just yet, but you do get to throw the hat. Hello, Spike. You can call me Clarence. Jumping exercises. Jump, 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 jump. How many logs have I jumped over? I've lost count. All done. Let's move on to the next challenge. Where you will master the spin attack. No. Ring. It's Professor Steam. You have achieved another level of experience. Hooray. So that's how you level up. Get a phone call. Hop onto the seesaw. Yeah, this game is really cool. You're not getting to hear any of the music right now, of course, but... Whee! The music for this game is also pretty good. Don't particularly remember why it didn't get very popular. I guess that's one of the things that also draws me to the game. It's a little bit of a hidden gem. Oh, there we go. You have to hold the button. have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I actually have a physical copy. Spike McFay as well. Just that tutorial section at the beginning is very long. Let's go with Alucard. I guess the other thing is hidden gems on the Super Nintendo are kind of few and far between. I've always said this, there's a lot more Drek on the Super Nintendo than there was on the NES. The NES has far fewer bad games. Whereas Super Nintendo has some real bad games. Pretty sure one of the games that I consider to be one of the worst games I've ever played is Bill Lambier's Combat Basketball. Mostly because I didn't understand how to play the game. It just conceptually did not work. Like, I've got the ball, I'm near the basket that I'm supposed to shoot at, I'm pressing buttons, I'm holding buttons, and nothing's doing anything. And then, like, I'd end up on the complete opposite side of the court, and then I'd press a button, and the dumbass would shoot it. Just full court shot. I'm like, how come you can't do that when you're on the right half of the court? It's a neat looking ship. If you just go diving through the SNES catalog, like going for games that you know you've never played before, or know that you've never heard of before. And there's just so many games that are just like, it's so close to being good, but it's just such a disappointment. And then there are games that's like, if they would just change a couple slight things, or maybe have like a difficulty, like an easy difficulty password or something. Now, some of these Super Nintendo games that don't really get much recognition anymore would be a lot more fondly remembered. But then again, we have the Kirby franchise, and multiple video game publications listing the quote-unquote top 100, 200, or 300 video games of all time don't even feature a single Kirby game. Like, the top 100... God, that was from Electronic Gaming Monthly fucking ages ago. And they had, like, the Dreamcast Sydney 2000 Olympics game on the list. And it's like, fucking what? We don't have something like Kirby Superstar on the list? That had amazing sprite works, multiple different mini-sized games. But, I don't know. I don't know why Kirby gets snubbed. I understand that the games are short and the games are easy. But are we only accepting long, difficult video games as greatest of all time? I don't even remember if they had DuckTales. NES DuckTales, I don't even remember if that was on the list. NES Little Mermaid. Fuck's sake. Capcom and Disney. Back in the day, they had some fucking magic. Anyways, I will be right back. Okay. Get the remote up here. Turn back on. That plug back in. Ghost, you're already in. I guess I'm ready. I guess I could put some more requests into Rainwave. Ooh. Ooh. There's some real solid NES music that's gonna be closing out this current line of requests. Battletoads and Double Dragon, Solstice, Maniac Mansion, and Silver Surfer. All of it and more. Coming down the pipeline. No, that hasn't happened to me. I have definitely seen it a couple times. See, usually what happens in that case is I'll see it, and I'll say something about it. And this just must be the week that Insane Firebat had other stuff going on. So, hope he's well and all of that. But, yeah, normally what would happen is I'd see someone and they wouldn't be in the race. But, like, I'd mention it just verbally. And then either Firebat would say something in the IRC to him, or they'd get it themselves, because they'd try to do a dot ready, and it wouldn't go through. That two-step process for doing the races, where you have to enter the race and then be ready for the race. It's very nice for those of us that might be a little forgetful about some things. Race will actually begin. In 3, 2, 1, go! I've definitely joined a race and then, like, been in the channel for a significant chunk of time, like 15 or 20 minutes. But then I'll see, oh, I'm not actually in the race. I used to do that a lot when I would be the one to start the race. Like, I'd start the race and I'd just not enter my own race. Come on, Ridley. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Whap. Open up. Come on, open up. Nice. No hits. How are we gonna mess up this room? Like that. Got it. Like that. Got it. Not writing that one down either. Not very good series. This is before I come back and mysteriously win the race, though. Ooh, yeah, that's a good song to end that group of requests with. Oh man. Maybe not the best song from Gargoyle's Quest 2, but Gargoyle's Quest is... Well, I haven't played the Game Boy game. I don't believe I've played the Game Boy game anyways. No, I've played this one, the NES game, a little bit. But I remember the cartridge for Gargoyle's Quest 2 was pretty pricey. There's only a handful of games that I will pay more than $20 for. And my physical copy of Super Metroid is definitely one of those. I think I paid either $30 or $40 for a card of Super Metroid. I thought that was money well spent. Still do. And then, like, when I originally bought 3D Game Heroes, I think that was $40, brand new. Can't think of too many others, though. I've definitely spent that much on video games before. It's usually because I end up buying, like, multiple games. Whether it was back in the day from the old used game store, it's more recently on Steam. Dude, I could go grocery shopping with $40. I'm gonna spend that amount of money on video games, I better be getting more than just one thing. Yeah, like, the title of this song is kind of what put me off of it for a while. But then when I actually listened to the song, I was like, oh wow, this is actually a pretty good song. It's just called Dingleberries. Let's go. Oh boy. It's fine. Oh, so close to all heads. Come on. Okay. Right? It's the life of playing squid slots. It's such a good game. I wonder how hard it would be to just make like a very basic, just standalone executable program that would be squid slots. Just something that would pop up in just like a generic Windows message box. I mean, I would definitely need pictures, as opposed to just Twitch chat. Could just be thankful for what I've got, but it's just an idea I had. Right. Yeah, that's a big factor for me as well on a lot of things. The first thing, less so the second thing for me. Got him. Ooh, I'm blue now. I mean, I'd like to believe that I'd be good at user interface design. I haven't really done anything involving user interface design though. But I'd like to think with my limited experience of like making stream layouts, or even back in the day of making Winamp skins, some of which actually got to be pretty popular. But, yeah, I don't know, like, what tools I would be working with. But I'd like to think if I came up with a UI design that I liked, I thought was good, that there wouldn't be anyone out there saying, you know, this is just absolute trash, why is this like this, and blah blah blah. I'd like to think that if it makes sense to me, then it would make sense to just about anyone trying to use it. Once again, caveman that's been told about video games. Whoop. No. I still need to find the name of that old video game. That old PC educational game. I don't think it was just called Shopping Mall. It might have been. One of those good old games where everything's happening on a black screen and all the graphics are either white, turquoise, or fuchsia. Again, I think it was an educational game. It's gotta be fucking freeware by now. I think I actually have You Have to Win the Game. I think it's one of the few games I have that I don't have a shortcut to it through Steam. I'm pretty sure I actually have that. I got it... Okay, that's another free one. Okay. That explains why I had it on my laptop ages ago. The only problem with that game is it's shown on, like, a 3D monitor that's being rendered. I just remember my laptop at the time just could not handle that. I was like, son of a bitch, I actually really want to play this, but I can't. That's when I found out about a lot of those cool 2D free-to-play indie games like Cave Story, Maze of Gallius Remake, Hydra Castle Labyrinth, Buster. I need to replay Hydra Castle Labyrinth at some point. That was one of the very first PC games that I streamed after I got my current computer, because I finally had a device that was capable of playing a video game and streaming at the same time. That video quality was suspect for a couple years, but again, I was working with what I had. I'd have to go back and check the order. But I know Hydra Castle Labyrinth and Hero Core had to have been like two of the first PC games that I streamed. As I remember saying back in the day, as soon as I'm able to stream PC games, I want to stream Hero Core. It's so funny because I talk about this game as much as I do, and yet I've only played it 4 or 5 times tops. Left a good impression. Also free. I need to just have one night where I just completely lose my shit and play all the old Super Solvers games. I know I've at least got the Treasure Mountain one, and I've got Gizmos and Gadgets, which is just a fucking amazing video game. Educational or not, Super Solvers, Gizmos and Gadgets is by far one of the coolest PC games that we were ever told to play as a part of a classroom curriculum. Oh boy. You've picked a good stream to say that in. This is... This is the stream where if I play bad on race night, then I have to punish myself by playing a bad Mario game that just also happens to be educational. Thankfully, I don't think we have to worry about that tonight, because I've already beaten this game once. The standing rule has to be that if I die in both the races, I break out Mario's time machine in an attempt to reset the timeline. Yep, wing smash. I mean, it's probably... I could probably say that's as close to losing my shit as I've been on stream. And even then, it's not like I was seeing in triplicate. I just had like a drink or two by that point. It's gonna be bad news if I'm ever doing a stream like super late at night with no mic. And I'm playing like super foolishly. Like spending 15 minutes just dancing around in place. I usually try not to stream if I'm gonna drink, though. I at least want to appear more responsible than that. There are, of course, a handful of people that, if I've ever seen them on stream, it's because they are drunk. So... different strokes for different folks, I guess. Go back up. He's not going to show back up. Show back up. Could have been worse. That's true. Again, both times I've played Mario's Time Machine, I possibly not been in the right mind to be playing video games live on the internet. That's why I'm doing it with a bad video game. So if there's one thing I've found, it takes a lot of fucking booze to get me to stop thinking coherently. And once I get to that point, you know, I've probably already gotten sick a time or two. So, I'd have much more important things to worry about than playing a video game, like getting the room to stop fucking spinning. I'd be lying if I didn't mention there's been at least a time or two when I've done the Super Metroid races, when I've been not like smashed, but definitely a little drunk. Feeling it, as it were. That's a ceiling. And let's just go. Alucard doesn't get to join the club tonight. Oh, another good example. Again, wasn't like cooked out of my mind, but when I was playing Fallout 3 somewhat recently, so I think that had some part to play in why I was finding certain things to be so amusing. But like, I'm not gonna do like live on stream drinking games. That sounds more than a little dangerous. Yo, Insane Firebat has joined the race channel 2 minutes ago. You have the Ocean of Blood back there, which is pretty appropriate. I am Dracula spelled backwards, after all. That should be my character's name in Skyrim when I play as a vampire character. My name should just be Dracula spelled backwards. Just those 3 words. If my name's not going to be Alucard, my name will literally be Dracula spelled backwards. It'd be really nice if there was, like, a small collection of names that NPCs actually would say. Like if you entered like a really common Nordic sounding name. Oh boy. Forgot what part of the game I was at for a second. It's fine. Okay. I do kind of want to remember to look for that shopping mall game. That's gotta be on some abandonware site. I will gladly take a 3rd power bomb. I'm interested to hear where this song thinks it's going. I don't think the song is actually going anywhere. I just think it thinks it's going somewhere. Just reminds me of something I heard someone say. I was listening to a funk mix that I had made. A classic R&B and funk mix. I think it was Twilight by Maze off of the San Andreas, GTA San Andreas soundtrack. And they just said, oh, is that all it does? Not a very complicated song, but it is nice. Almost every song on the GTA San Andreas soundtrack is really good. It's always hard trying to pick between, like, San Andreas and Vice City when it comes to soundtracks. Because on one hand, Vice City has some amazing music across all their radio stations. But you know the one thing they don't have? They don't have good old-fashioned gangster rap. And there's something about San Andreas. You're just driving around, listening to Tupac. It's just something to be said for it. But for Vice City, they do have fucking Slayer. And it's only just, like, the most quintessential Slayer song of, like, all fucking time, with Raining Blood. I'll always remember that very first time I saw Slayer in concert. And, you know, they're doing like the 2 or 3 song lead up to Rain and Blood from the album. Where it's like they play one song, I think it's just a 1 song lead up, now that I think of it. Or maybe it was 3 songs total, either way. But they, you know, are playing the song that comes before Rain and Blood on the album. And there's that thunder sound effect that plays. And I just remember, like, looking around and realizing I'm going to be right in this fucking giant circle pit once these guys actually start going with the song. And I was still young and inexperienced with being at concerts as a teenager, so I just stayed my happy ass right in that spot. But just that tension that was building up during that, like, handful of seconds before the song starts. Like, when it's just, like, the thunder and some of the ambient sound effects coming from, like, the guitars and the amps. And the big doom-doom-doom from the bass drum every once in a while. But then the guitars kick in. And then once the song fully hit, oh my god. Just lost in a fucking sea of people. It was definitely not, like, a violent mosh pit, but it felt real dangerous at the time. Here I am, this crowd of people listening to fucking Rain and Blood being played at super high volume by Slayer themselves. But it's also where I learned that 9 times out of 10, if something happens in a mosh pit, people aren't just gonna fucking trample you. And the cool thing I always noticed was it was always, like, one of the real fucking big guys in the mosh pit that would always be right there to help someone back up. You know, help them back up, pat them on the back, make sure they're okay. Didn't get those any of the times I went to see Static X in concert. Oh my god. I got hit in the head with a fucking trash can during one of those concerts. It's one thing I never understood, is why certain bands attract not necessarily different crowds, but like, I wouldn't have expected Static X to be the band that drew, like, the most destructive, uncontrollable crowd I've ever seen. Didn't think that would be from Static X. And then there was that one Ozfest when everybody was booing Disturbed off the stage. They started throwing chunks of dirt. That sucks. It's the good thing, though. I don't think I've ever been, like, seriously roughed up in a mosh pit. I think it was earlier in the night at that Slayer concert when I ended up losing my shoe. I mean, I got it back, but I think it was for Hatebreed. Good live band. Get up. Still need to do that stream where I try to recount all the bands that I've ever seen live. Especially since I don't really go to too many concerts anymore. I think the last couple of, like, events that I went to, I think were both pro wrestling shows. Mostly because there's only like a really small handful of bands that I know about anymore that I'd actually really want to see live. Because, like, just about any of the big names I can think of, I've either already seen them, or it's not necessarily a band that I would want to spend a whole lot of money to go to see. And, like, the majority of the bands that I still really want to see are all, like, European bands. So it'd have to be like some kind of thing where I don't know, maybe head out to Germany for the Vakken Open Air Festival. And I'd have more than just one thing to do while I'd be in the country. So I do have a friend that lives there, after all. But that, I don't know. I don't know if I'd make enough money to do something like that. And I'm definitely not talking about anytime soon. Right now, I'm not leaving the state. Tail? Oh, my count was way off. I was at like 17. I need to start counting out loud. Well, I've had either the good luck or the bad luck, I guess, that my job has been considered essential because it's technically a grocery store as well. So, I'm still getting all the idiots looking for a hand sanitizer and our particular brand of paper towels and or toilet paper. The thing I always want to tell them, because I never work in the mornings. Not because of any availability issues or anything, but I'm generally scheduled, from mid-afternoon to nighttime. It's a shift I'm fine with. Like 4 to 10. 4 to 10, 3 to 10. Hours like that. The point there is the fact that the store opens at 8 o'clock if you have a special membership, and it opens at 10 o'clock for the general public. And people are asking me if we have some of these hot button items at like 6 o'clock p.m. It's like, you guys realize the store's been open for almost 12 hours. And with certain things not having limits on them still, and some things still having limits, we still end up running out of that hot button stuff, even if we get like 5 or 6 pallets stacked like 8 feet tall. We're still going to be out in just a couple hours. And then people are showing up basically at the end of the day, asking if we've got this stuff. And it's like, welp. Sorry, but no. Yeah, the number of people that are willing to get all hot and bothered about us not having, like, fucking quilted northern. Or, just that soft style of toilet paper as opposed to the real papery kind. It's like, I don't know if we've ever run out of that real papery toilet paper. It's like, we just have massive boxes of it just hanging around the store. But nah, everybody wants to wipe their ass with a cloud. I don't blame them. But the other thing that's confusing is I don't think that we've run out of, like, the flushable wipes, either. Which is basically a giant moist towelette instead of, you know, that you use as toilet paper. That's the secret right there, man. That's good living. You get you a 10-pack with some flushable wipes. Yeah, there's only been one time this year where I realized, oh shit, if I don't do something soon, I'm actually out of toilet paper. It's come up in life before, but that was mostly because I was just fucking broke. It's like, I'm broke as hell. I'm in a house with no food. And I just woke up for the day. So it's like instantly have to like run out to a gas station. Or something, you know? Take like a couple extra handfuls of toilet paper and just jam them in your pockets on the way out. Desperate times did in fact call for desperate measures. It didn't get as bad as that one episode of MTV Cribs. They're hanging out with Twiggy Ramirez from Marilyn Manson's band. And Manson, like, actually shows up during the episode and he's just, like, hanging out. Walking around Twiggy's fucking trailer. He's like, yeah, sometimes I come by and Twiggy doesn't have any toilet paper. Which is really bad if I have to take a shit, because that means, well, I'm gonna have to take a shower after I'm done shitting. Back when Marilyn Manson was still cool. No. He had some good albums, I'm not gonna lie. But he was never one of my, like, favorite musical acts. And I never specifically went to a Marilyn Manson concert. The only time I ever saw him was in Ozfest 2003, I believe. Because I remember I had just gotten one of the WWE SmackDown wrestling games on PS2, and Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson was the theme song for the SmackDown television show. And then I think fucking Union Underground was the Raw theme. That fucking band. It's just unfortunate, because I think Union Underground had a good sound, but all of their songs fucking sounded almost exactly the same. And I don't know if anything ever became of that band after, like, their first album. Nope. Try it again. Fuck it, I'm through. Got the damage off a turret shot instead of a Rinka, so... Nowhere near as clutch this time around, which is just fine. Yeah, that was just pure disdain for the Zebatites. Man, I hate these things so much! Just clip right through. Seven, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we got him. Good. But yeah, I know that's how wall clipping works in Super Pitfall. You just have to use the sheer destructive power of your own willpower. Yo, what's up, Firebat? That's a good squid. It's like the strings on a hooded sweatshirt, you know? Like, one just got pulled to be a lot longer than the other one. So we need to grab that left tentacle and just give that a good yank. Just pop the head right back into the middle. That's the way that works, right? Yeah. I was trying to phrase it in the least dirty way I could think of at the time, but there's no clean way to say that. Yo! Kev Nastics, not only with a new PB, but he finished with a time of all 5s. Taste the rainbow! This jumping sprite for Alucard with his hand sticking up like this, it really makes me think of the main character sprite in Holy Diver on the NES. At the brain! At the brain! Fucking bullshit. Oh man. I don't speak enough Japanese to properly tell the story of yanked tentacles. They probably have a lot more expressions that would be appropriate for the situation, given their general familiarity with the subject. in the boot. Damn it. 58.33, I will take it. GG. Hashtag not last. Although I did finish in 8th place again. Hooray! I beat a video game twice, and therefore have no self-imposed obligation to play a shitty Mario game. It was a 58.33. So, a couple of 58s. The one in the 9 was apparently a little bit lower. I don't remember exactly what it was. But I remember my in-game time was a 40. Here I got a 41, so... What the hell? What kind of bad run did Red Ninja Josh just get done with? He's usually finishing a full minute before I am, not vice versa. What the fuck? Shopping Center Tycoon? Hell no, I need a game that is much older than that. What the fuck? This is why I don't think I'm gonna find this easily. Old educational PC games. Uh, 55 video games you played at school. Go to that one in a second. Get going on this list in a second. But there's Deer Force! Oh fuck, Reader Rabbit. Holy shit, I remember that crap. Oh yeah, Super Solvers, Treasure Mountain. God-awful music in that game, but that is so much fun. Comprehensive list of all the computer games you played at school. Putt-Putt! Freddy Fish! Lemmings? Zoombinis? My god, that actually kind of looks like that game that I thought was a Sega Saturn game. I'd have to look at that. Encarta! Yes! Encarta 95. Oh my god. There's Kid Pics. There's Gizmos and Gadgets. this list go on? It's loading. See, I don't... All of these games are far too new. Far too new. Like, I need to specifically be looking for, like, DOS games. Oh, Operation Neptune. There's another good one. Abandonware educational games. There we go. Popular, trending. No. Is it Broderbund? I know Broderbund was around at the time. But that's not DOS, that's C64, Atari 8-bit, and Apple II. The Toy Shop? It's close. It's definitely old enough to have the color limitations. No. Dude, how am I gonna find this? Maybe here? This website? This looks old enough. Come on, man. Way too much new shit. No. Dang. Educational games sorted by title? Please. Now, this is a fascinating journey to be going on without being able to see anything that I'm looking at, but... Ooh. Ooh. Super Solver. That's like all the Super Solvers games. Nice. AbandonwareDOS.com. I'm not finding what I'm looking for. I did just find Sim Ant though. Sim Ant is a lot of fun. Oh Christ, get out of here. Well, Yeah, I don't remember that much about this particular game. Like, I don't remember if it was a math game. I think it would have had to have been a math game, but I thought... So here's a physical description of what the game is, or what the game looks like. Again, it's on the black screen, and the only colors are white, turquoise, and fuchsia. There's an elevator on either the right-hand side of the screen or the left-hand. I think it's on the right-hand. And there's 3 different levels of shops that you can go to. And each one of the shops has, I thought, like some kind of different thing that you need to do. Whether it's like a different mini-game for each one, or it's like word problems, stuff like that. But like, you do one thing from one store, and then you leave. A guy walks out, goes down the row of other stores, gets on the elevator, go down to the next level, you clear that row. I just don't remember, A, of course, the name of the game, and B, if those actually were PCs. I don't think they were Apple computers. I thought they were just PCs. But they all had like just a blue screen with a big list of different games. And it was like, type in this number to play this game. And every once in a while the list would change. So I don't know if it was on like some kind of multi-pack with other educational games. This silly little search might actually be more difficult than the AOL Kids Only games that I was trying to find for so long. And then pretty much found all of them. Now I just need a device that can run them. Ooh, CGA graphics. Thank you. That was... I could never remember the right 3 letters for that. But it's like, if anyone else remembers the era of video games on PC, when you start them up, it would ask you what graphics setting you wanted. If you wanted CGA, VGA, or Tandy. If anybody else remembers that era of PC games, then that's the era that I'm looking for. 80 to 94. It's a big window. That's probably going to narrow it down a hell of a lot more than just searching for old PC games. Anyways, we did it. We've beaten a video game twice. The same game. Twice in one night. We are unbelievable video game players. But that is going to wrap things up for me for right now. I think if I'm going to continue this search, I'll do so offline. But big thanks once again to Ponk for hanging out with some Lawyer 1, getting ever closer to figuring out what the hell actually happened in that case. It's a damn shame because we still have no idea, and the next time we play, we're going into trial. So, you know, not the best. Even for that game. Thanks again to all the Super Metroid runners for making it interesting each and every single week. Shoutouts to having Sephi and Zost in both races. It's always a good feel. Hey, Firebat, it's all good. I started up the 11 o'clock race for you. Nah, it's one of those things where it's like, well, it's like 5 minutes past the half hour. And the race still isn't open. Looks like it's up to me. I need to change my IRC background for SRL to that custom image I made. Where it says speedruns live. The races don't start... Like, races don't happen until you start one. The immortal quote from Insane Firebat himself. Right, so the search for dumb old computer games goes on. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching, thanks for requesting music on Rainwave. And I'll catch you next time. Bye!